In what could be termed as a dramatic development, the government has corresponded with MCC headquarters, trying to allay doubts and apprehensions raised over some of the clauses of the now infamous MCC agreement. The move has come at a crucial time, just under a week ahead of the scheduled visit by MCC top brass. Good morning, I'm Sarah Sapsanama, and these are the headlines of the hour. The government corresponds with the US-based MCC headquarters, seeking clarifications on some of the controversial issues of the multi-million-dollar project. Nepali Congress says it will be the strongest political force after the 14th General Convention as ward-level conventions held. Active membership dispute lingers in some districts. The US Congress hints at financing the UN and other agencies providing humanitarian assistance for Afghanistan. Direct funding highly unlikely. And third seed Stefanos Tsitsipas out of the US Open. 18-year-old Spanish Carlos Alcaraz stuns the Greek in 5 sets in third round. The government has corresponded with Millennium Challenge Corporation headquarters in the US, seeking clarifications on some of the controversial issues of the multi-million-dollar project. The Finance Ministry corresponded with MCC headquarters through the US Embassy in Nepal. The letter has asked the MCC headquarters to clarify on the controversial clause whether the agreement would remain above Nepal's constitution as widely reported. Likewise, clarifications have also been sought in terms of whether the program fell under Indo-Pacific strategy. Questions have also been made on the program's impact on the country's security and whether Nepal would be able to audit the project. The government has corresponded with MCC headquarters ahead of the scheduled visit by MCC Vice President Fatima Sumar and Deputy Vice President Jonathan Brooks coming Thursday. Meanwhile, the ruling coalition is divided on endorsing the MCC agreement. A faction of the ruling parties believes that the multi-million program will pose grave threat to the security of this Himalayan nation, while the other faction is adamant on endorsing the program. Nepali Congress has held ward-level conventions in 41 districts under its 14th General Convention. NC President Sherbadu Dewa, who had reached Bhaktapur to witness the ward-level convention, urged the district-level cadres to elect new leadership adhering to democratic norms, which he said would strengthen Nepali Congress in the forthcoming election. Ward leaders and regional representatives are to be selected from the convention. Based on the working schedule prepared by Central Working Committee of the party, ward conventions were supposed to be conducted in all 77 districts yesterday. However, conventions in many districts were affected due to the disputes seen in party's active membership. Meanwhile, Nepali Congress Election Committee has said preparations to conduct ward convention in 56 districts that have released the name list of active members and those where election officers have reached is ongoing. The active membership dispute has not been resolved in the home districts of Congress top leaders, including party president Sherbadu Dewa's hometown, Dadilthura, Koirala family's district of Morang, party vice president Bimalendra Nidhi's hometown Thanusha, along with 8 districts from province 2, and General Secretary Purna Bahadur Khadga's home district, Surkhet. The number of active members have been doubled this time compared to the 13th General Convention. There are 852,000 active members of 6,743 ward in Congress. Congress Central General Convention is scheduled for 25th to 28th of November later this year. Now, the government of Nepal is yet to release its official stand on the infamous case in Tajla, where a local youth was killed while trying to cross Mahakali River using an improvised ropeway. On Thursday, the Indian Ministry of External Affairs had said it was unaware of the incident and that the Nepalese side never officially informed them of the incident. There is a growing demand on Nepal government to initiate diplomatic talks with India pertaining to the incident and also implement a report by the Home Ministry. Some of the sister organizations affiliated with the ruling parties even held demonstrations in a bid to mount pressure on the government. However, the Foreign Ministry has held a conspicuous silence. The statement by Indian Foreign Affairs spokesperson Arindam Bagchi, where he alleged Nepal of not officially informing about the incident, further highlights Nepal's diplomatic debacle. The Foreign Ministry has yet to comment on Bagchi's statement. 23 COVID patients have succumbed to the virus as of late, while over 1,300 more have tested positive. According to Health Ministry, out of 9,773 samples tested through the PCR method, 1,357 returned positive. On a brighter note, 2,274 individuals have recovered from coronavirus. There are currently 33,000 active cases, out of which 540 COVID patients are being treated in intensive care units, while 156 COVID patients are on ventilator support. In our Public Voice segment, we've asked in Arghakhachi, Rupandehi, Sangkhwasava and Bhaktapur what kind of leadership should Nepali Congress elect. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
सरकारलाई राम्रोसँग नेतृत्व गर्न र देशलाई चाहिँ अगाडि बढाउन त्यस्तो कांग्रेसको चाहिँ अहिले आवश्यकता छ।
जनताको दुःख पीडालाई सबै चीज समेटेर देशको विकासतिर हरेक चीज लम्कियोस्।
यो नेतृत्वलाई देखेर अन्य पार्टीबाट पनि प्रवेश गर्नेको लहर होस् र जनताहरू ढुक्क हुन्।
गुट नभइकन कांग्रेसलाई सबैलाई जले मिलाएर लान सक्छ, उही मात्रै आउनु पर्छ।
Time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion. The question is, why are questions on immigration and security system repeatedly raised at the country's only international airport, TIA? Your options are A, lapses in security checks, B, non-cooperating government mechanism, and C, lack of resources. The voting is on. Type NEWS. Select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Time now for our special segment, Media Watch.
The special committee formed to investigate the infamous Tajla incident, where a youth went missing after drowning in the Mahakali River, submitted its report to Home Minister Balkrishna Khand on Tuesday. The report, submitted exactly a month after the incident, concluded that Indian SSB officials were present during the incident and has recommended the government to take diplomatic steps to take action against the perpetrators and provide compensation to the victim's family. A local youth, Joy Singh Dhami, had gone missing after an Indian SSB personnel allegedly dismantled the locally made cable bridge while he was crossing the Mahakali River. The committee has also recommended the Nepal government to look after the family's livelihood and education. The report has highlighted challenges for the Nepal government to investigate the case, saying it occurred at the Indian side. Meanwhile, at a regular press conference of India's Ministry of External Affairs held on Thursday, Ministry spokesman Arindam Bagchi stated that the Nepal government had not informed the Indian side of the Tajla incident and said he was not in a position to make any comments on it. The collection of garbage that had been left unattended on the streets of the federal capital Kathmandu since a month finally resumed from Wednesday. The Kathmandu metropolis reached an agreement with the local residents of Sistol Nuakot to resume the waste management. The Kathmandu metropolis reached a 14-point agreement with Sistol residents on Tuesday, paving way for the management of the waste materials from Wednesday morning. The obstruction posed by Sistol residents for the past 1 month had prevented garbage collection in the Kathmandu Valley. As per the agreement reached on Tuesday, the government will repair the road connecting Kathmandu with Sistol within 15 days, collect all littered garbage on the streets, among others. In the face of widespread criticism, the Kathmandu metropolis has sought for a temporary arrangement. However, there is a call on stakeholders to expedite the construction of the landfill site at Bansare Dana in Nuakot to avoid the reoccurring garbage management problem in the capital. This is Abhyuday Shrestha for Media Watch and Kantipur News Desk.
That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.